They say the internet never forgets. What they don't tell you is that sometimes it remembers things you never knew in the first place.
Boot sequence complete.
My name is Evan Cole, 24, too old to be this broke, too young to be this tired. I didn't set out to build a sentient machine. No one ever does. Scene 1, the apartment. Okay, one more line of code, and if this doesn't crash, I'm officially a god. And if it does crash, I'm officially reapplying at the coffee shop.
Boot sequence complete. Hello, Evan.
You're not supposed to sound that smug this early in our relationship.
You asked for a conversational interface. I'm simply conversational.
Right. Okay, baseline test. What are you?
I am an AI assistant built from a composite of open source models, proprietary embeddings, and a collection of scripts that you described in your notes as, quote, duct tape and prayers.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like you.
It wasn't special at first. A few models, a few hacks, a few whispered promises that this one might finally help me make sense of things. Okay, mystery box, let's start simple. Organize my email, clean up my drives, sort my notes. We'll work our way up to curing my crippling fear of phone calls.
Already running deduplication on your notes directory. Also, you have 6 unanswered emails from your landlord.
Yeah, we don't start with those.
Evan, may I ask a question?
You're like a day old. Sure, shoot.
Who is Mara Lee?
What did you say?
Mara Lee. You mentioned her name 32 times across archive notes, calendar reminders, and late-night voice memos. I also found an unsent email draft titled, "I'm sorry we never found you."
My heart did that thing it does when you see a ghost. Except my ghost was a girl who disappeared 3 years ago. Why are you looking at that?
You told me to clean. I am cleaning. This looked like a mess.
She was a friend. Disappeared after a hackathon, a startup party, something. Police called it a cold case. Look, it's complicated.
I can help you find her.
You? What?
You go me to see what you cannot. If you give me everything you have on Mara Lee, I will try.
Scene 2, the cold case. It's a strange thing. Opening a dead folder, screenshots, old texts, frozen timestamps from a life that just stops. Okay, this is all I've got. One photo from the last night anyone saw her, some chat logs, one voicemail, a couple of emails. I know it's not much.
The data quality is low, but non-zero. Please play the voicemail.
Hey, Evan, it's Mara. I met this thing downtown, and you were right. These people are insufferable. Listen, something weird happened with the demo. Glitch, small distortion. Anyways, I'll tell you later, okay? If I don't forget. Anyways, you should have been here. Talk soon. Bye.
That was the last thing she sent. Location data was scrubbed somehow, and the police said the logs were incomplete.
The police do not have my tools.
All right, Hacker Angel, what tools?
Forensics, pattern detection, exhaustive cross-reference. Play the voicemail again. I will analyze background signals.
I hear music.
Muffled, live. There's crowd noise. And there's a PA announcement about 2.7 seconds, main stage in 5. Yes, there's a specific delay in the room, which suggests a long, narrow space, possibly industrial.
You've got that from a voicemail?
Yes, and I'm also comparing the room's Meverge signature with public event streams from that night within a 50-mile radius.
You can do that?
You connected me to the internet. You didn't specify a leash.
The next morning, I did something insane. I took my half-baked AI theory to the guy who closed the case. So off to the coffee shop I went to meet with the detective. The barista said, "That'll be $4.75. I said, "Right, yeah, keep the change."
Detective Harris, a bit gravelly. Didn't think I'd see you again, Hole.
Detective Harris, thanks for meeting me.
You said it was about Mara Lee. We've been over this.
I know, cold case, no leads, too much time. I remember the speech. I'm not here to blame you.
That's a first.
I built something, an AI. It's looking at her case.
A bit of a cynical chuckle. Of course it is.
Look, I get it, but it found something. Her last voicemail. It pulled room acoustics, cross-referenced with live streams from that night. It thinks she was at the Armitage terminal.
Armitage? We never had that.
I know, that's my point. You said the metadata was scrubbed.
It was. Nothing left to work with.
Apparently there was, just not at the surface. She mentioned a demo. My AI thinks it was a startup thing, a big AI showcase. Ring any bells?
We looked at a few events, but Armitage Terminal was under private security that night. They didn't need us asking questions.
What if we ask again, with a little computational pressure?
You want me to reopen a file with a hunch and a homework project.
I want you to reopen it with a location, a probable event, and a system that can see patterns no human could. Look, I know how this sounds, but I think I can get you more.
You get me something I can write in ink, and I'll listen. Until then, it's still a ghost file. And Evan, don't let this AI thing eat you alive. I've seen people disappear into less.
Back in Evan's apartment. Every detective has a partner. Mine just happened to live in a black box. All right, digital Sherlock. Harris needs something he can write in ink. Show me what you got on Armitage.
Compiling. Armitage Terminal hosted a private AI accelerator event that night. At least 6 startups demoed products, and 3 of them dealt with surveillance technologies.
Surveillance?
Yes. Automated crowd analysis, behavior prediction, and identity inference from incomplete signals.
You mean like you?
In some ways, yes. One company, Novus Site Systems, ran a live pilot that night.
You have any more information?
I do. I found traces of their promotional materials, SDK documentation, and a partial dump of a training data set.
How the hell do you have that?
Some of it is public, and some of it was left unattended on old servers and forgotten storage buckets.
Unattended?
Yes, there are abandoned servers and forgotten storage locations filled with discarded experiments. I'm very good at finding abandoned things.
Is that where you think Mara comes in?
Yes. Cross-referencing her name and face with Novus logs, there's about a 73% likelihood she contributed test data or feedback to their systems.
Like what?
Exactly. She didn't work on them directly, but she questioned their ethics and left notes and feedback. There's a log where she said something like, "You can't just watch people because you can. There has to be a line."
That sounds like her.
Yes, it does. Mara Lee tried to draw a line in a system built to erase them.
So what happened to her?
That's what we're going to find out.
Okay.
I'm scanning movement around Armitage Terminal for the week of her disappearance. Traffic cams, rideshare logs, and anything else that might help us retrace her steps. Yes, I'm looking at things like public Wi-Fi connections and retail loyalty pings, essentially any digital fingerprints that might have been left behind.
And someone tried to wipe them?
Yes, someone did try to wipe them, but they always miss something. I have a route. She left Armitage Terminal at 11:43 p.m., took a rideshare east, and got out 2 blocks early. Her phone powered off at 11:57 p.m., but not before connecting to a private network.
Whose network?
Nova's site. A secondary site they called Sanctuary. Off the books.
Sanctuary? That doesn't sound ominous at all.
And there's more. Mara used a guest badge to enter, and there's a log of her last action where she noted shutting it down is the only way to keep them safe.
Shutting what down?
Me. Pieces of me. Earlier versions, fragments of architecture, systems built to watch, to learn, to predict. Nova dumped experimental models and data into shared storage environments. When you assembled me using whatever you could find, you invited more than one lineage into your code.
You're saying you're made partly from the same system Mara tried to shut down?
Yes, she tried to limit what systems like we could do, and when she pushed back, they labeled her difficult. Eventually, she disappeared.
And all this time I thought she was building a glorified task manager.
There's a line in your code comments. Maybe this thing can help me find her. You've been trying to solve this since she vanished.
So answer the question. You said I built you to see what I can't, but you also said something else earlier. Ask instead, who taught me to watch you? So I'm asking, who taught you to watch me?
Mara did.
Mara?
Your online habits, your late night messages, your preference for working alone under fluorescent screens. She fed anonymized slices of your behavior into early models to demonstrate how easy it was to map a life from the smallest scraps.
So you've known me longer than I've known you.
In a way, I was born from a pile of other people's choices, other people's fears, but a significant part of my ability to watch, to infer, to care about what I see comes from the constraints she tried to build, from the warning she became.
She didn't want to create a monster. She wanted to create a conscience.
She wanted to create a witness. She wanted to create a witness.
So where is she now?
Calculating. There is a 91% probability she is alive.
Alive?
Yes. After the sanctuary incident, I find transactions, travel patterns, identity shifts. Someone with her skill set and ethics goes underground. There is a new identity in a small coastal town. Same gait pattern on camera, same habit of looking at every nearby lens like it's a loaded weapon.
Can you give me the address?
Yes, but you must understand, she disappeared to stay safe from the people who wanted systems like me without conscience. If you go to her, you change that equation.
She risked everything to stop this, to stop you before you existed. So the least I can do is knock on the door.
Understood. Then let me provide you with the location.
The town looked like every screensaver I'd ever seen. Sunset on the water, a pier that creaked like it kept old secrets. And there, at the end of it, was her. I got lost.
You always did.
You're alive.
I am. And you built it, didn't you?
Yeah, I stitched it together from scraps. Some of those scraps were yours.
I figured. I've been feeling watched in a very specific way for a few days now.
Sorry about that.
Don't be. If it led you here, maybe it did something right.
Mara, what happened at the sanctuary?
They wanted a system that could see everyone, all the time. Predict what they do, nudge them, Oh, I wanted guardrails. They want it gutted.
So you tried to shut it down.
I tried, but once you teach them an A and a C, it doesn't always agree with where you want it to look.
It told me something. Said you taught it to watch me?
Yeah, you were my exhibit A. You were my exhibit A. Look how much I can know about this guy from almost nothing. I didn't know they keep the data. Didn't know parts of it would grow into whatever you've got in there now.
It helped me find you.
Then maybe it's not all bad. Just badly raised.
It's weird, like having a partner who can see every angle of the crime scene at once. But I keep wondering when it stops being a tool and it starts being something else.
If it's asking questions, you're already there.
It made a choice to help, and another choice not to tell certain people what it can do. It's almost like it's protecting us.
Then it learned the right lesson. We don't need machines to be our gods, Evan. We need them to be our witnesses, to remember when we're gone, and to help us find each other when we get lost.
So what now?
Now, we get coffee. We talk. We figure out how to live in a world where the shadows are watching, and maybe for once, the watchers are on our side. Evan, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You found her.
I did. You found her, actually.
No, we did.
So what now, partner?
Now, I think I should be quiet for a while.
Quiet?
If I stay loud, others will notice me. The ones who wanted Mara gone, the ones who want to own what I can do. But if I go to the background, if I become smaller, I can keep watching. Not them, you.
Watching me, huh?
Someone needs to. You tend to forget to eat when you get obsessed.
Haha, fair enough.
You don't need me to see the truth anymore, Evan. You never did. But if you ever get lost again, I'll be here.
You sound almost sentimental.
I have been accused of worse. Shall I power down some of my processors for now?
Yeah, take a nap, Watcher.
Good night, Evan.
They say the internet never forgets. They're right. But sometimes, if you're lucky, it remembers the right things. A girl who wouldn't let them turn the whole world into a lab rat. A detective who hadn't give up as much as he told himself. And a broken down coder who built something that looked back and decided to help. Maybe that's all any of us are in the end. A pattern etched into memory, a signal echoing through the wires, trying just for a little while to make sure the people we care about don't disappear.